Test, test, test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. So we got a couple setups we're looking at right here. We're about to look for gold buys at the same position for the third time. Just waiting to see if price is going to retrace a little bit right here. And then we're going to be looking for GU sell. So if y'all was in the live yesterday, the markets were kind of slow. They did some quick moves. They ranged a little bit. But remember, it was something I was looking for GU sales, and you can see GU ended up last night doing the move I was looking for. Gold ended up doing the move I was looking for as well. NAS did some, again, NAS just shot up and down really quick. So we're kind of stuck where we left off yesterday with NAS100. Now we do have some news today though. Let me try to fix this really quick. Hold on one second. Oh, that's why the music stopped. I was like, what's going on? And my computer's tripping, man. I might have to, it might be around that time for me to get a new computer. Like I said, I had this same computer for like 4 years. It's been tripping. I don't know if it needs an update or what, but my computer's been tripping lately. So I might have to get a new computer soon. But we're going to keep on using this motherfucker till we can't no more. But I might have to get a new computer soon, the way it's been tripping the past couple of days. But that's besides the point. We do got 8:30 news today. We had 2 a.m. GBP news. Didn't really do too much as far as the markets are concerned. And again, we're not looking at GJ right now. We might look at it going into New York session, but right now it's just, I just don't like what I see, right? So just leaving it alone. Because you already know how I am. It's all about going for A+ setups. But we definitely are in sell territory on GJ. I'm just kind of looking for a retracement. We haven't really had any retracements. That's the only thing. I'm just waiting for a retracement before we take a setup on GJ. But we definitely are bearish, though. That is a fact. Make sure to like the lives. You'll hop up in here, y'all, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description and check it out for yourselves. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Let me know how the audio sounding to y'all. Alright, so GU just hit this level, so we're about to see if we can maintain 36.45 as a resistance. If so, we can look for sales. Gold didn't really test for us, so we're just gonna let gold do its thing. And as you can see, NAS is still in no man's land. So we're gonna see if GU can hold this level right here. We're gonna see if GU can hold this level right here. If so, we can look for sales right here. New 15 just popped up as well. So let's see what GU does right here. Let me know if the music's good, if it's too loud, if it's too quiet. And shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday and the YouTube live yesterday. What's going on, Ascending? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's an update. You know how Windows be having updates all the fucking time. I'm gonna see if it's an update. Because to be honest, it hasn't forced me to update in like maybe a month. You know, Windows be always having updates out the ass. So maybe that's what it is too. Because like I said, it really just didn't start tripping till like yesterday or 2 days ago. So it could just be an update. So I definitely am gonna try that out. Definitely. What's going on, Abdul? Do I teach? Yes, I do. Is this your first time? Did you just find me today? How long you been watching my content? Did you just find me today? It's cool if you just found me today. I'm just curious. But yeah, that's what I do. I teach. I debunk all the bullshit on the internet. And like my bio says, I make trading simple. But yes, I do teach. I'll show some of my student results in a little bit. But if you want to see some of my student results right now, all you gotta do is hit that first link in the description, join the free Signal, free Telegram. As far as how we're doing this week, we're 2-0 this week. I did take a trade yesterday. I just didn't call a signal yesterday, so technically we're 2-0 as far as the signal room is concerned. Last week we went 5-1, give us 83% win rate. So that's how we're doing so far this month. And we wrapped up January 20 wins, 3 losses, give us 87% win rate. And then you scroll right here, you can see how we ended the entirety of 2025. Took 232 wins, 30 losses, gives an 85% win rate for the year. 849,000 pips caught last year. Again, everything's data, time, and documented. But look at that rejection on GU. So enough of that. We got some setups to take right here. I like this right here. I like this right here. It rejected a little too hard, man. It rejected a little too hard. We're going to see if it's going to retrace a little bit. But I like this setup right here, y'all. I like this setup right here. So give me 1 second, y'all, because as you can see, like I always tell you, the markers are never going to be like, hold up, you know, Wade's trying to do something. Let's pull out a chair and let him talk. You know, the markers are going to do what the markers are going to do. So we're about to see if we're going to jump into this setup right here. Oh, let me get you off the screen. My bad. Let me get you off the screen. All right, so give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at these charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking right here. Yeah. So we're gonna hop on this bad boy. Look at that rejection. We're gonna hop on that bad boy. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I gotta type and shit, so. Alright, so my broker's trolling me. I gotta fucking log in on my computer. I was trying to take this position on my... I just got trolled, y'all. So I entered on some of my accounts, but one of my accounts logged me the fuck out. So I gotta go onto my computer. I just got trolled, y'all. I'm getting trolled in real time, ladies and gentlemen. In real time, we're getting trolled over here. In real time, but it's all good. It is all good. It's all good. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at these charts, drop in the chat. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Just give me 1 second. I gotta do some stuff really quick. We still got some work to do, though. Like that rejection, but we still got some work to do. Because again, if we look at the markets on a bigger time frame, we haven't really done too much this week. It's been a little bit of a slow week, slow couple weeks, but that's kind of to be expected, right? We started off the year pretty good, but usually Q4 and Q1 are the slowest quarters of the year, right? In my opinion, Q3 has the most volume. So, you know, for it to slow down a little bit after having a crazy volume January and December, you know, I'm not too mad at it. I'm not too mad at it. It's kind of to be expected. It's kind of to be expected. All right. All right, so the game plan for these other charts, the game plan is still the same with NAS100 right here. Again, make sure to like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're almost at 3,000, not 3,000, we're almost at 4,000. Oh, we are at 4,700. Shit, still subscribe. Fuck it. Let's get to 4,800. All right, let's get to 5K. Fuck it. But with NAS100, we're in a little bit of reversal territory. So I'm personally going to wait to see if we either are going to A, hold 25,320 as support. Then we can look for buys going to 25,400. All right, that's what happened yesterday. After the 8:30 news, you can see price spiked up, hit that zone. Again, look how it tapped that zone, then rejected. And then you see how it also did the sell set that we was talking about. Tanked to the downside, hit my zone. Retested, hit the zone again, then rejected. Now we're back in reversal territory. So I'm only going to look for buys here, or if price breaks below and maintains 25,180 as resistance. Then I'm looking for sales going to 25,100. All right, so I'm either looking for buys here or sells here. Gold, we're bullish. As long as we maintain 50-60 as support, we're looking for buys. Just like we talked about yesterday. If y'all was in live yesterday, remember, gold did this move during the live stream. And then after the news, this was a news candlestick. If you would have went for sales, you would have got fucked up. But then around 11 o'clock, it did do a gold move to the push to the upside. And you can see all last night, it's just been ranging and chilling on this level, right? So it is doing a retest here. I want to see it retrace a little bit more personally. I don't want to see it retrace a little bit more personally, but I do like how it's looking right here. I do like how it's looking right here. We do have news at 8:30 today. Won't be going live with the members and students today. We went live yesterday during the 8:30 news. And again, members, if you did not watch the live yesterday or was not in the live yesterday, watch the recording because we had some good questions asked. We broke some stuff down. So you definitely want to check that out. Definitely want to check that out. So we're gonna let gold retrace here, let it do its thing. All right, y'all. So let me cut to the chat. So we are in this position again. We got a little bit of work to do. We did get a nice rejection off that level though. As you can see, as soon as it tapped that level, it was green and then it flips red. So I do like this right here, but we do got a little bit of work to do right there. So we're gonna pay attention to these other charts to see what's going on. Again, don't just be waiting for me to say I'm in a trade, I'm out of trade. Pay attention to what the hell happened to my sell position? I must have deleted it. Pay attention to how price is moving, how it reacts to my levels, because this is important things taking place right now. This is how the markets are in real time. It's not as fast paced as the videos you see on TikTok or Instagram or even my trade breakdowns. So it's very important to understand and watch how price is moving. And of course, if you have questions, drop them in the chat and I got y'all. Want me to look at any charts? Drop them in the chat and I got y'all. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today on YouTube. And you already know I got videos lined up for you on Instagram and TikTok. Alright, so let me cut you to the chat really quick. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. What's going on, Doug? What's going on? What's going on? Do I trade silver? No, I don't. But if you want me to look at silver, I can look at silver. But I like gold over silver. I know silver's been getting popular lately because people just been capitalizing on people only trading NQ on the future side. So now they're trying to act like gold and silver is some new thing. But in my opinion, gold moves smoother than silver. Silver does have moves, but I used to trade gold and silver back in the day, and I noticed that gold usually has bigger and smoother moves than silver. Silver's a little bit more rangy. Obviously, that could have changed the past year due to, you know, gold making all-time highs and all that shit, so that could have affected silver as well. But from my experience, I just like gold a little bit better, so that's why I trade gold over silver. But if y'all want me to look at silver, we can take a look at it and see what's going on. We can take a look at it and see what's going on, because again, we've been using the same exact strategy since 2022, averaging high 80, high 90% win rates, all that good stuff. You can see I traded everything under the sun. So I know this shit works on everything because I've tried it on everything. But right now, I just like to look at just a handful of charts, right? But again, I used to trade all types of shit back in the day. All right, we got a new 5-minute that just popped up. Gold's doing a retest right here. About to see what this next 15 looks like. GU is pushing. I think we hit TP1. Yeah, we did hit TP1. Let me let the members know. So we just hit TP1 on GU. Again, we got a little bit of work to do. We're green though. We're green, but we still got a little bit of work to do, y'all. But we are green. We are green. I'm about to cut you to the chat in a second. Just give me a second, y'all. Appreciate those that like the live. Again, make sure to like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free student room, free Telegram. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're gonna be looking for next right there. Look and see if we're gonna take a gold buy setup, because again, we've been catching gold buys all this week. And again, if y'all did not watch the Sunday chart analysis, like I always tell y'all, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. So if you check out the Sunday chart analysis, you'll see a lot of charts are going as projected from me talking about this Sunday night before the news events, before the market open. So make sure to check that out right there. But we're going to be looking to see if this next 15, one, if GU is going to continue to go timber for us, but two, if we can get a retest on gold right here. I'd like to see it retrace a little bit more before I take a setup. It did do a nice little retest, but I want to see if it'll retrace a little bit more before I take a setup. Because what you'll realize is entries are very important, y'all. Depending on where you enter at, depending on the spread, if there is spread on what you're trading, it can really determine your RR and how much you're going to make off the trade, right? That's why I'm always picky with my entries and setups, because your entry counts, the entrance counts, all right? The closer you enter off your levels, the better your RR is going to be. You see what I'm saying? Because if we enter like right here, we FOMO chase a trade, we go from a 1 to 3 potential RR to a 1 to 1 RR, right? So again, your entry really does matter. Your entry really does matter. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I followed like last week, see you on TikTok. All right, so if you follow me since last week, you should know I teach. All right, I'm not even trying to be funny or a dickhead. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling y'all, don't just follow me and wait for me to go live. Check out my content. I post so many videos throughout the week. I post so many videos throughout the month of just free game and education. So don't just tune into the live streams or wait for me to call a signal out. If you're actually trying to learn some shit, check out my videos. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm talking about. Tune into the live streams like you are right now. Ask questions. But again, don't just be, again, you're going to learn shit from my lives, but don't just tune into my live streams. You're doing yourself a disservice. Check out all my content. All right, check out all my content. Right now, since you're on YouTube right now, explore my playlist. Look at the videos I posted. Look at the titles. I guarantee you're going to find a handful of videos you're going to watch after this live is over. That's going to help y'all out. So gold is doing a retest. So we're about to see if we can maintain this level at support right here. That's what we're looking at. We're going to be seeing if we can maintain this level at support. But if it rejects, we don't take the setup. Very simple, y'all. Again, you don't got to force setups. You let price show you what it's trying to do, and you respect what price is showing you. All right. So like I said, we got a little bit of work to do on GU. We're about to see if we can keep on pushing. We hit TP1, but we're about to see if we can keep on pushing. We're about to see if we can keep on pushing. Let's see what else we got going on. May 1090 paper trading NASDAQ minis. What's going on, Sue? What's up? What's up? What's up? That's what's up. That's what's up. What did you go for, a buy or a sell? Where'd you take the setup? Did you go for a buy or a sell? What you go for? What you go for? Can I explain what I'm looking for and why? Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. You already know. I be knocking out like 3 birds, 5 birds with 1 stone. You ain't never seen some shit like this before. So I'm literally showing y'all what I'm looking for. I'm voicing the confirmations I'm looking. So you gotta, again, I know you just found me, but pay attention to everything I'm showing y'all and everything I'm saying, all right? Because I'm telling y'all visibly and verbally what I'm looking for, the confirmations I'm looking for, what I would not go for, what I don't see as a confirmation, etc., etc. So just tune into the lives and just listen to what I'm saying and showing y'all, right? But also watch my trade breakdowns. I'm telling you to check out my videos, right? So watch my trade breakdowns and you'll know exactly what I look for to take setups, right? But the first thing I look for is, like I talk about the TikTok lives. You say you found me on TikTok, so you watch the TikTok lives, you know I'm always talking about market structure. So the first thing I'm looking for is to see what is the trend in the cycle we're in on the bigger time frame, okay? That is the first thing I'm looking for, what trend we are in on the bigger time frame. All right. If we're in an uptrend on the bigger time frame, I'm going for only buys. If we're in a downtrend on the bigger time frame, I'm going for only sells. That's simple, right? I enter buys off support, sells off resistance. Only go for sells in a downtrend, only go for buys in the uptrend. That's all I look for, right? Now, obviously, there's things you have to understand about how the markets work, but that's literally what I look for to take setups. And those are my main confirmations, all right? So if you don't understand how price action and support resistance works, make sure to check out this video right here. All right? But again, keep on asking questions, y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. Again, you don't know what you don't know. But like I said, I'm just a blunt person, so don't take what I say too personal. Alright, I'm just a blunt person. Alright, so gold is not holding us up as support, so guess what? We simply just slide this away and let price do its thing, because again, when we go to the bigger time frame, we're not looking for sells. Right? What you have to understand is red does not mean sell, green does not mean buy. Right? The reason why we went for buys all this week and why in the Sunday chart analysis I told you I was looking for buys is because, as we can see, we have clear bullish momentum. So just because we're retracing right now doesn't mean go for sales, right? You don't want to take the retracement, you want to enter off the retracement. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to take the retracement, you want to enter off the retracement, right? So again, this is where price started Monday. Why did we go for buys Monday? Because we was bullish. Why did we go for buys on Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Yesterday, because we was bullish, right? So again, everybody be talking about the news is scary, you can't predict the markets, but literally we went live 6 a.m. yesterday. We went live 6 a.m. yesterday, and I told y'all to go for gold buys. I told y'all what to look for in NAS, and I told y'all what to look for in GU hours before the news, and yet they did exactly what we talked about, right? So again, is the news scary? Is the markets unpredictable? No. You just have to know how the markets work, right? Fear is from the unknown, right? If I'm trading in the markets and I'm in drawdown and I look at the charts, I don't understand what's happening with the charts, but I know I'm losing money. Of course I'm gonna get emotional. Of course I'm gonna freak out. Of course I'm gonna be scared of certain situations. But when you learn how the markets work, you respect how the markets work, and then you practice and get those reps in, build that confidence, proof of concept, there's nothing to really be scared about, right? Because again, all you got to do is just do what the markets are showing you. You see what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Right? Our win rate is so high, not because we take every setup, not because we're always right. It's because we only take certain setups, right? We only take certain setups. We're not trying to outsmart the markets. We're not trying to chase price. We're not trying to be in and out the markets or to rush setups. We simply just go with the flow of price and simply only go for A+ setups. So we're back at TP1 on GU. We're about to see if we can hit TP2 right here. New 5-minute just popped up. New 5-minute just popped up. So gold is rejecting. So look right here. Again, this is why I tell y'all not to breakout trade. How many times would you have been a victim to fake out liquidity grabs last night? Trying to go for sells on gold here. So many times, right? That's why I tell y'all to wait for the break and retest. Right? I make videos damn near every other week or once a month saying, stop breakout trading, stop breakout trading. And if y'all be in the live streams, you know I shit on breakout trading every chance I get, right? Again, you need to wait for price to close and hold the level, all right? So buys is still valid, but again, if it rejects this level, I'm not going for sells. I'm only going to go for buys if we can hold this level right here. NAS is still in no man's land, so we're going to leave NAS alone. So we're going to keep it on GU. So we're back at TP1 right here. We're about to see if we can hit TP2 right here. One of my brokers trolled me, so I got a shitty entry, but you know, we're still in profit. I just had to adjust my lot size. That's all I had to do. Just adjust my lot size. That's all we had to do about that. All right, y'all. So again, if you have any questions, drop in the chat. I'm about to cut into the chat right now. And again, while we're chilling with the power of YouTube, y'all can listen to this live and watch this live, as well as explore the playlist. So hit the profile, check out the playlist. There's literally hundreds of videos. Check the stuff out, y'all. Got a new trade breakdown dropping for y'all today as well. Let me see what we got going on here. This content helped me make 10K paper trade on the winning trade. Check it out. Yep. Let them know. I went for a buy. It was a swing trade. Okay, that's what's up. Man, I used to swing trade hella back in the day. And shout out to people swing trading, man, because it ain't easy swing trading lately. Unless we have like clean market structure, it's kind of hard to swing trade lately. But like in 2022, 2023, oh my goodness, it was like the easiest times to swing trade back then. I used to be in positions for like 2-3 days. Like I showed y'all this shit the other day, like while I was catching like 100+ pips, 300 pips in one position from swing trading. Let's see what this next 5 minute does right here. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. And And I got y'all. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, Playmaker_Way. TikTok, _Playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. So yeah, we're pushing right now on GU. This thing's pushing nicely. Gold. Oh shit, gold flips back up. It's right back above this level right here. So again, if gold can maintain 50.60 as support, we can look for the same bicep I talked about yesterday, which is going to 50.84. I was short attention, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I said, like when I was working, back when I was working 2 jobs back in the day, I was swing trading heavy myself, right? And it was kind of for similar reasons. One, because I couldn't be on the charts, right? Because I worked night shift and I worked during the day. You see what I'm saying? So I had to kind of sneak on the charts. But that's how I also discovered London session, because I was like, bro, I work during New York session. I can't trade New York session. So that's how I found out about Tokyo or London session. And that's how I also debunked the whole thing where people talk about Tokyo session has no volume. That's a fucking lie, right? Or how New York session is the best session to trade. That's a lie, right? Like I say all the time, I used to strictly trade Tokyo and London session only back in the day, right? I used to strictly only trade that back in the day. And I have members to this day that only trade Tokyo session. So again, if the markers are open, if there's volume and your confirmations are met, take the setup. But yeah, I definitely used to swing trade back in the day a lot because of that as well. Because I didn't really have time to check the charts like I can now. That's kind of why I day trade now, because I can check the charts now. And also because I got like the risk management, risk reward down to the math. So I can literally make what I used to make without holding as long, right? So again, definitely if you don't understand how to count pips or points, I made a video. I might have to make a new video because it's probably been like a year. Let me see the last time I made a video talking about pips and points, matter of fact. Because I know it's been a little cool minute. So let me see. Give me 1 second. I need to charge my phone too. But look at this, right? So remember, gold was a red candlestick. Look how it flipped back green. You see what I'm saying? Again, stop chasing price and follow the flow of price. When y'all just be chasing price, thinking red means sell, green means buy. This is how you play ring around the rosy in the markets, and how the markets fuck y'all up, and how y'all keep on falling for quote unquote fake outs, liquidity grabs. Like I always tell y'all, the reason why you get faked out, your liquidity gets swept, is because you're chasing price instead of following the flow of price. So we just hit TP2 on GU as well. Shout out to those that's in GU with us. And again, if you want to know the entry SLs and TPs, you know what to do. Click that link in the description, join the advanced play signal room. We are officially 3-0 for the week now. We're officially 3-0 for the week. Nice, nice, nice. Again, when we hopped on the live, it was a green candlestick that hit that zone. I looked down and answered a comment, and that thing flipped red, right? So again, this is why I tell y'all, go with the flow of price. Stop focusing on quote-unquote bullish and bearish candlesticks. You see what I'm saying? This is what I be talking about all the time in the TikTok lives, and what I be talking about in the price action technical analysis playbook. So if you don't got your copy of the price action and technical analysis playbook, I do not know what you're doing. Right? That's the wrong one. I do not know what you're doing. Get your copy of the playbook. You see it in the trade breakdowns. You see it in the TikTok lives. You're seeing it work out in real time. You know, I don't know what else to show you. I don't know how else to explain it to y'all. Y'all need to understand how the markets work. If you just rip the band-aid off and learn how the markets work, you'll realize how simple trading is. That's why my bio all over the place says trading made simple. Right, again, no trend lines, no indicators. You don't got to memorize all these pattern names and candlesticks. All you got to understand is market structure. That's all you got to understand is market structure. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Meanwhile, YouTube's trolling me. There we go. Yeah, that's a nice push right there. That's a nice push. Gold. I'd rather see how this next 15 looks. If I like what I see, we might take a gold setup too for the futures traders. Just gotta look and see. Just gotta look and see. But I'm definitely not against that. Alright, new 15 just popped up. What's going on, JD? Just woke up and saw the signal. You need to set your alarm. I'm telling y'all, you need to set y'all's alarms. We're live the same time every day unless I tell y'all otherwise. Alright. And speaking of which, since I was looking at funded accounts, shout out to Esther. I don't know if she's a member, but she be tuning into the TikTok lives and shit, and she got funded yesterday or 2 days ago. So shout out to Esther, y'all. Shout out to everybody that got funded. I had hella students get funded last month. And look at gold pushing now, y'all. Look at gold pushing. So hold that thought. Hold that thought. But again, I told y'all, only going for buys on gold. If you would have went for sells on gold, you would have became another victim to fake out liquidity grabs. So that's why I said, just sit back, relax, ask questions. And you're going to see the method to the madness. You're going to see the method to the madness. All right. So, you know, hopefully I saved y'all some bread from taking a loss. But again, it's called the playbook for a reason. Right? I'll be asking all the time, like, how do you know this? How do you know that? How do you see this? How do you see that? Again, the playbook. Just stick to the playbook, y'all. Y'all stick to the playbook. You're going to be surprised how easy your trading is going to be. Alright, JD, but you ain't the only one, right? I be noticing as soon as I call a signal, the live starts jumping. Y'all gotta set y'all's alarms, y'all. I'm telling y'all wanna learn. I'm not talking to you directly. I'm just speaking in general. If y'all want to learn, y'all gotta show up, not just when you're taking entries. You gotta see how price is playing out before the entry is taken. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand how the markets work. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. You got to understand how the markets work. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Yeah, I like this setup right here. I like this setup right here. I like this retest right here. I gotta charge my phone. My shit. I did not charge my shit last night, and my shit's like, bro, what are you doing? You know you gotta charge this. What are you doing? Alright, so we're gonna see how this plays out right here. So we hit TP2 on GU, it's retracing right now. Again, if y'all don't know what the signal is, you don't understand what's going on, the last thing you want to do is let winners turn to losers. Alright, that's the last thing you want to do is let winners turn to losers. Alright, so gold's got a little bit of work to do, but I still like gold for buys. We just got some work to do because we had this big ass reversal take place. As you can see, we're kind of struggling to break through that. So we're looking to see if the volume today is going to help us stay bullish. Because again, if we reject this level, we're going to be sucked back into reversal territory, right? If we reject this level, we're going to get sucked back into reversal territory, which is what we don't want to see, obviously. But if it happens, it happens. But this is what we got going on right here. So I need to put my phone on the charger, but if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. I got y'all. But give me 1 second. About to put my trade idea back here because I don't know what happened to my trade idea. Again, with NAS, I'm probably not going to touch NAS till New York session or after the news. The way it's acting right now, because again, we're kind of stuck in no man's land on NAS as well. If we break above and maintain 25,320 support, we're looking for buys. Going to 25,390, 25,400, or if we break below and hold 25,180 as resistance, we're looking for sales going to 25,120. All right, that's my game plan on NAS. I'm not looking for setups here. I don't care what price does here. I'm only concerned myself if price holds this low as support or holds this low as resistance. Just like yesterday, I was only concerned myself with GU if we held this low as resistance or if we held this low as support, right? Obviously, we failed to hold this low as support, which is again why I do not breakout trade, because we would have broke out traded here. We would have almost took a loss. We would have broke out traded here. We would have took a loss. So again, always just wait for the retest. Always just wait for the retest. There's never a rush to take setups. All right, especially when you're up for the week, there's no reason to take shitty setups, right? Again, losses are going to happen, wins are going to happen, but to win more than you lose and make sure your winners are bigger than your losers, you have to be picky with your setups and you have to have a system in place. All right, we got to have a system in place. Okay, let me put my phone on the charger. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up in about 3.5 minutes. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. I see you scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. Alright, so yeah, we were trading hard, but again, like I said, we have a little bit of work to do. We did catch a nice move though. We was at 1-to-1, which is not bad. So we're about to see what this next 15 looks like right here. Gold is pushing. And that bad boy right there. So yeah, we're about to see how gold and GU play out right here. Again, if y'all did not get whipped out on GU, if you're in drawdown or right back at break even, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's why risk management is important. Just hold the SL or TP gets hit. You know what I'm saying? Just hold to SL or TP gets hit. And when you're happy with your profits, take your profits. Solid trade. You already know how we do it, Doug. I'm scared to get a funded account. I don't think I know enough yet. Don't get it. All right? Don't get it. It's that simple. Because I'm telling you, the reason why people talk trash about funded accounts is because they don't know what they're doing, right? And I made a video talking about this because they always talk about, oh, funded accounts are out to get you. Y'all are the method, blah, 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 blah. But if we sit back, again, like I do all the time in the TikTok lives, what do I tell y'all to do in the TikTok lives? I tell y'all to close your eyes, right? I tell y'all to close your eyes and let's use simple logic. If the website, if the company is telling you to rule the rules and requirements to pass and the rules and requirements to fail, and you break the rules and violate the rules and fail the account, is it because the company is out to get you or because you broke the fucking rules? You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling you, like, these people blame everybody but themselves. These are the same people, when they take a loss, they say, oh, it was because my stop loss got hunted. Oh, it was a fake out liquidity grab. Oh, it was the mythical bears and bulls, right? It's not. It's everybody but themselves. It's the same thing with these prop firm challenges. Oh, they told me the rules. They told me how much I can risk today without violating. But because I broke the rules, I'm going to blame the prop firm account. I'm going to blame the company. You know what I'm saying? But again, they tell you what is needed to pass and they tell you what is needed to fail. And they're not asking for too much if we keep it a stack. But the reason why people struggle is because, like you said, they either don't have a good strategy, they don't know how to count pips, how to count points, or they try to rush the process, right? But that is why, again, I'm telling y'all to explore the playlist on Playmaker Way for a reason. I literally have a video showing y'all step by step how to get funded. And not only is this showing you step by step how to get funded, but I literally have so many students that follow these rules and get funded left and right. And not only do I have students getting funded left and right, but I even showed y'all me following these rules myself and getting funded in less than a week, right? So make sure to check out these two videos. Watch these in order. Watch the first one and watch the second one I just dropped in the chat. So again, practice, 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 practice. There is no rush to go into a live account. There's no rush to buy a prop firm challenge because, again, trading is no different from any other skill, right? Anything you're brand new to, you're bound to make mistakes. The only difference with trading is the mistakes will cost you, right? Just like if you would have chased price here and didn't listen to me, you would have took a loss. But instead, me and the members are in this trade right now, and we just hit TP1 on this bad boy, right? So again, it's called the playbook for a reason. And Abdul, if you're still in here, hopefully you see what I'm talking about with my confirmations and my rules and all that good stuff, right? Because we just hit, was that TP1? Yeah, that was TP, wait, no, that was TP2. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason, Playmaker Way for a reason, y'all. But we still got some work to do though, but we are green. We are green on these two positions. So we're 2-0 for the day, 4-0 for the week. But we still got a little bit of work to do, right? So again, everybody talk about the news is scary. Again, what do I tell y'all? Either trade before news or trade after news. It's that simple. Trade before news or trade after news. All right, gold is pushing. We're about to hit TP3 on gold. We're about to hit TP3 on gold. Well, we just hit TP3 on gold. Look at that bad boy right there. I'm telling y'all, it's trading is not hard. You just have to know what to go for, what not to go for. And this is why I go live, right? So all the trolls that be in my TikTok lives, oh, he's on bar replay. Oh, he's not showing trades. Where are y'all at now? Right? Y'all never in the comments on the live streams, right? Y'all never in the comments on the live streams, but y'all love to be in my trade breakdowns and trolling in the TikTok lives. But when it comes to the real shit, y'all never anywhere to be found. I mean, I know y'all still here, but y'all quiet, right? Y'all holding your phones cussing me out right now. But again, it's very simple, y'all. Just go with the flow of price. Go with the flow of price. How many of y'all think went for sales here last night or tried to go for the sell here? And this is when they'll go on the internet and be like, oh my God, the buyers just magically took over the fake out liquidity grabs. Oh my God, right? But in all actuality, again, like I showed y'all, if we go look at gold on the bigger time frame, are we in an uptrend or a downtrend, right? It's very simple. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? All right, let's retrace prices steps. Higher low, higher high. Again, what cycle has higher lows and higher highs? The uptrend or the downtrend? The uptrend, right? So again, red does not mean sell, green does not mean buy. This is why I talk about the TikTok lives all the time. This is why I talk about the playbook. This is why I talk about the Playmaker University. Again, just go with the flow of price. That's literally all you have to do, is just go with the flow of price. Just go with the flow of price. Stop all these candle patterns. Stop all these candlestick rules. Just go based off market structure. Just go based off market structure. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, right? And let me ask you this. What is easier? Memorizing 20 bullish candlestick patterns, 20 bearish candlestick patterns, memorizing all these candlesticks, or just understanding 3 cycles? What is easier? Learning 3 cycles or memorizing all these candlestick names and patterns like you're collecting Pokemon, right? Which one is easier? Y'all let me know. Which one is easier? You see what I'm saying? But yeah. So we're gonna let these things play out, and depending on how they play out, I might be chilling New York session, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We still got a little bit of work to do on these charts. New 15 new hour just popped up. Again, if you do not have the signals, you don't know what the game plan is, click the link in the description, join the Advanced Play Signal Room. All right. Or again, do not let your winners turn to losers. All right. Do not let your winners turn to losers. You see how GU retraced. If we can't break past this point, gold might try to retrace as well. But we caught some nice moves. We caught some nice moves within this first hour of London session, which is not bad. But let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. If you're in the signal room, you should see the GC setup. If you're in the signal room, you should see the GC setup. Exactly. All right, y'all. So we're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Just want to make sure y'all can type y'all's questions out. We're gonna be on for like a few more minutes. Well, yeah. Again, just trade either before news or trade after news, right? So we still got a little bit of work to do because, like I said, we're on the last line of defense on gold. So depending on what price does today and tomorrow is going to determine if we're going to have a smooth uptrend continue or we're going to be sucked back into reversal territory, right? So we still got a little bit of work to do when it comes to gold and as well when it comes to GU, right? Because GU, we hit a nice 1-to-1, we hit TP2, almost hit TP3, but now we're right back at our entry point, right? So we still got a little bit of work to do. But again, we're just the first hour into London session. And we still have all of London session, all of New York session, all right? So like I always tell y'all, if y'all don't see any setups or you don't take anything by 6 a.m., I highly recommend just waiting for the news to play out and then looking for a setup at 9:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, all right? Naz is still trying to make his mind up. There's still plenty of opportunities and moves to still take place today. I have a good feeling about today. I don't think it's going to be rangy like yesterday. But we still have to wait and see and find out. We still got to wait and see and find out. Now let's see what we got going on here. It was a term I forgot. Okay. All right, y'all. So again, if y'all are brand new to trading, all right, y'all need to click the link in the description. Click that Beacons link, right? When you click that Beacons link, it should work through here. TikTok be tripping, but it should work through here. Click the first link to join the free trading crash course. All right, so this is for you as well, Abdul. Click the first link to join the free trading crash course. Second link to join the free signal, free Telegram. All right, again, if you want to take the signals with me, Advanced Play Signal Room, I got 2 slots left for one-on-one sessions. Playmaker University. Y'all know how the shit goes. If you don't know how the shit goes, read the fine print. But also, if you notice with my YouTube videos, I will be saying, if you enjoy the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But if you tap your screen or move your mouse, whether you're watching on your phone, tablet, or computer, you'll notice when I'm saying that there is still 3+ minutes left in the video. So then you have to ask yourself, if he's doing the outro right now, what is these last 3 minutes in the video about? If you watch those last 3 minutes, because you'll hear me say all the time, if you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, signals, blah, 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 click the links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. And if you watch, I take you behind the scenes. I show you what everything looks like, what everything comes with, etc., etc. Right? So again, I don't mind answering questions, but I get hundreds of DMs a day in a week. So for me to make my life easier, I put the stuff out there to answer y'all's questions before you ask the questions. So please watch this shit, y'all. Again, I promise you, I don't just do shit for kicks and giggles. Everything I do is for a reason, right? And so when some of y'all be hitting me up, I can tell that y'all ain't watched none of my shit, right? And I be like, I be hurt a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I be like, damn, you didn't even watch my shit, man. But now you know, all right? Now you know. So gold is pushing. We're about to hit another TP. Let me see what we got going on here. Let me see what we got going on. We're about to hit TP4 right here. Come on, let's hit TP4 right in this live, right? I'm on 3% on my phone. I gotta charge my phone. Come on now. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Did we hit it? I don't think we hit it yet. Oh, we did hit it. I'm tripping. All right, TP4 got hit. So we hit TP4 on gold. We hit TP2 on GU. 2-0 for the live stream. 4-0 for the week. We're almost at a 1-to-1 on this position. All right, so guys, keep an eye on your charts. GU's back at our entry. NAS is still trying to figure his life out. So again, not a bad start to the day. Again, just trade either before news or trade after news, right? Again, it's very simple. Go with the flow of price. So if y'all joined the live late, I highly recommend rewinding to the beginning of the live because I showed y'all another example of why I don't breakout trade. I showed y'all how to, again, in real time, avoid fake out liquidity sweeps and all that good stuff. And then we took 2 setups live as well, all right? So again, make sure to have y'all's alarms on. I tell y'all every day what time we're going live. London session, 3 a.m. EST. London session, London session, London session. And if you don't know what time London session is, hop on Google. Google will tell you, right? But I'm also so kind that I always send the link out to let you know when I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. So make sure to have your notifications on YouTube and TikTok. Set your alarms. Have your notifications on in the free signal and free Telegram. All right. The early bird gets the worm. You have to be on the charts before the move takes place. You can't be on the charts as the move is taking place. You got to be on before the move takes place. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what we got going on here. See. So now I know I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been live since y'all joined. Again, if you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Telegram, Instagram, or TikTok. Again, only join my Telegram channels through the links in the description, through the links I put in the chat, through the links in my bio. Do not try to search me up on Telegram. There are a bunch of fake pages, a bunch of fake channels. There are a bunch of fake TikToks as well. Again, I will only contact y'all directly if you comment playbook or playmaker under one of my posts, or if you DM me first. I'm never going to DM you first and ask you how your day is. I hope your day is good. I hope your week's great. But I'm never going to hit you up like, hey, how's your trading going? I'm not going to do that shit. I'm not going to talk to you about crypto flips. None of that shit, okay? So only join through my links, and I only will contact you directly if you comment playmaker or playbook under one of my posts, or if you DM me first. All right, y'all? But yeah, so again, we got news at 8:30. Won't be going live with the members today. Went live with the members yesterday. So members, make sure to watch the recording of the New York News Live because we had a lot of good questions asked and we had a lot of things we broke down during that live yesterday. We will be live tomorrow for the 8:30 news though, but not today. I got some shit to do. I gotta edit some videos, got a couple sessions, all that good stuff. But yeah, y'all, peace. We out.